In the world of DC Comics, where aliens fly, gods walk among mortals, and timelines constantly fracture and realign, one character stands out not because he breaks the rules, but because he's been here since before the rules were written. That character is Frankenstein, the stitched-together, sword-wielding monster who has evolved far beyond his literary roots to become one of DC's most enigmatic and enduring supernatural heroes. Frankenstein's origin, of course, traces back to Mary Shelley's legendary 1818 novel, Frankenstein, or The Modern Prometheus. But DC Comics took this gothic creation and reimagined him as a relentless, intelligent, and surprisingly noble warrior who operates on the fringes of the superhero universe. The character first appeared in Detective Comics number 135 in 1948, but his definitive modern reinvention came in Seven Soldiers. Frankenstein, 2005, a limited series written by Grant Morrison and illustrated by Doug Mahnke. This version completely overhauled the creature into a powerful, poetic, and battle-hardened force of supernatural justice. In Morrison's take, Frankenstein is a member of the Seven Soldiers of Victory, resurrected and repurposed for the modern era. Gone is the stumbling, groaning brute of universal horror fame. Instead, we get a monster with a code, a grim knight-errant who quotes Milton, fights demons, and travels the multiverse to protect the innocent. Clad in tattered Victorian garb and wielding an enormous sword, Frankenstein became a mashup of classic horror and pulp action, injecting an old-world monster into new-world chaos. Following the success of Seven Soldiers, Frankenstein became a recurring presence in the DC universe. He starred in Frankenstein, Agent of S.A.D. 2011, a standout title in DC's New 52 initiative. Here, he was positioned as the field commander of the Superhuman Advanced Defense Executive, SHAD, a secret government agency dealing with paranormal threats. The organization operated from a microscopic mobile base and was staffed by monsters, mutants, and misfits. Think Hellboy meets Men in Black, with Frankenstein leading the charge. In this role, Frankenstein wasn't just a supernatural curiosity. He was a full-fledged superhero. He fought alongside characters like Black Orchid, the Creature Commandos, and even crossed paths with Superman, Batman, and the Justice League Dark. His mission? To hunt down threats too weird, too wild, or too unholy for traditional heroes to handle. Whether it was a vampire plague, mutant bioweapons, or other dimensional invaders, Frankenstein met them all with grim resolve and a poetic soul. DC's Frankenstein is unique in that he doesn't shy away from his monstrous identity. He doesn't want to be cured or redeemed. Instead, he owns his past, using it as fuel to fight the darkness, both literal and metaphorical. Despite his gruesome appearance, he displays immense honor, intelligence, and emotional depth. He mourns loss, questions authority, and contemplates existence, all while smashing through eldritch horrors with righteous fury. Over the years, Frankenstein has been involved in various crossovers and crises, often surfacing during major supernatural events. He's worked with the Justice League Dark, battled alongside Gotham's strangest vigilantes, and fought demonic incursions that threatened the multiverse. His ability to survive and thrive in any bizarre situation makes him a valuable wild card in the DC pantheon. Despite not being a mainstream headliner, Frankenstein's role in the DC universe is undeniably significant. He represents the collision of science, horror, and heroism. He's a bridge between the old world and the new, the tragic and the triumphant. Whether riding a giant monster into battle or quoting poetry while slicing through shadows, Frankenstein is a character who defies expectations and commands respect. With DC's renewed focus on horror and supernatural storytelling, Frankenstein is primed for a resurgence. He's a character with classic roots, modern relevance, and endless narrative possibilities. In a world obsessed with perfection, DC's Frankenstein reminds us that sometimes the imperfect are the ones who fight the hardest to save it.